Thank you, Chair, and I'm responding on behalf of the Lib Dem group. I think the past 30 minutes has pretty much summed up my experience of the whole process. From the outset, this process has felt like you'll know when we think you need to know. Don't mind your little heads, we'll tell you what you need to think, and then you can vote the way we want you to. The council has gone on a campaign of Project Fear. You have to do what we say or everything will fall apart. There's decades of research showing that very little argument behind actually going through this process. True, your views are backed up by this document, but you paid for it to look like that. That's what consultants do. And they admitted it themselves back in August. If we had asked them to write a report for a two-council model, they could have done that and met the objectives of the government to most of an extent. So any argument this is the only solution is nonsense. This January was the start of my frustration with the process the County Council was following. When I discovered that the previous administration had written to the government to request we cancel the elections, I responded to all councillors and said, I find I now check local media for updates on this council, as my experience is you will have released a press release before contacting members. I'm somewhat perplexed by the complete lack of consultation with members, and while other councils will be voting on proposals this week, I see there is absolutely nothing on the agenda tomorrow. I would say this is a surprise, but given my experience of this council over the past 3 years and 8 months, I can safely say this sort of behaviour is completely fits with the administration's attitude to elected members. And after 10 months, I can only feel this frustration more. I no longer trust this council to do what's in the best interests of residents. The culture of this council is the problem. This council will follow blindly what the leadership says with no regard for residents, no consultation, no debate or discussion. Here's a document, vote for it. No. I was not elected because I will blindly follow. I know full well why people voted for me, and being a yes man certainly wasn't on their list. This document has given me no reason to vote for it. It lacks ambition, does not tackle the real issues, and is a bid to pull power to the top and away from residents. It will increase council tax and services won't improve. But don't take my word for it. Let's get the opinion of an expert. Emeritus Professor Colin Corpus from De Montfort University was on the radio and an expert in local government this week. And he said, these plans are an act of municipal vandalism. There is no guarantee that savings will come about, and there are 50 years of data to prove this. The UK has the largest local council units. In Europe, and they're not the most efficient nor the cheapest. So the argument about bigger is better, economy of scale, is not true. So maybe this county council is the issue, not the system. What did the auditors say? Councillors will become more distant, councillors will be less embedded in their communities, and will be creating ivory towers away from people. It will be an expensive rebranding exercise, but don't expect to see any real changes. Expect to pay more and see no real difference in services. And to make matters worse, we'll have to create a new tier of council. Bromsgrove, Redditch and Worcester, you're now going to be looking at new town and city councils, and how much will they cost? How much is our new regional mayor going to cost? None of this is factored in. And doesn't harmonisation sound lovely? To be at one together. The council said that it was going to look at a range of council tax rate options, and this is what the harmonisation would be. But of course, looking at this document now, I can see £400 extra is coming on my council tax no matter what. But the plan is just to hike up council taxes to the highest amount. It's to create a democratic deficit. At the same time, the district councils are putting in a proposal, and it has been produced in consultation with councillors of all colours, residents, stakeholders, and has looked at how to create new councils that focus on residents. It has aimed at getting buy-in and not focused on hiding information at every turn. I like this approach. It has meaning. That consultation has made me feel optimistic despite not wanting government reorganisation, and has given people a chance to share their views. This council and some of the councillors have tried to attack that approach. I've heard you do it, but that comes back to culture. You have chosen a path of negativity, threat and secrecy. The districts chose a path of openness, community and positivity. I cannot risk the culture of this council surviving. It is why we're in this mess. So I'll be voting against this proposal, supporting a North-South proposal of my district council, and I will be reporting this council to the Information Commissioner's Office for failing to provide documents when I've asked for them. I will continue to fight this failed council culture.